Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. So for today's video, I'm actually really excited about this one because I don't think I've ever done like a standalone review on this brand before, but Flower Knows Beauty just sent me over their brand new Little Angel collection. First off, can we talk about the packaging? Like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And secondly, this bad boy is heavy. So you guys want to see what this entire collection is all about, everything that comes in it, and what my thoughts are on this, well then definitely keep watching. Okay guys, so this is the brand new Little Angel collection from Flower Knows Beauty. The Little Angel collection is live right now. You guys can head over to the website and purchase anything from this collection because it's live right now. And I have tried a few things from this brand before because they were so kind of send me stuff in the previous, they're so kind of send me stuff last year to try. And I have to say their quality is beautiful, but like their packaging, oh my gosh, it makes me like never want to touch anything because of how beautiful the packaging is. So we're gonna go ahead and dive straight on into this collection because we have a lot of goodies. So first off, this box, like I said, it's full. It has so many things in here. Okay, so we have like two sets of powder puffs. We have a hair clip. We have a face moisture. We have a facial primer. We have a highlighter. We have two matte lipsticks. We have a face brush. We have a lip mask. We have two cream blushes. We have two eyeshadow palettes. And we also have a mirror. Now, they did not send over the entire collection because you guys could actually buy the entire collection for $629. That is so expensive, I know, but it comes with so much more in here. Like, it comes with like cups, an actual like makeup case. It comes with all the different mirrors, perfumes. Like, it comes with so much. So I didn't get the entire collection, which I'm completely fine with, but I did get enough to do a video. But I did get enough to kind of go over everything for you guys. So I usually like to show off everything and talk to you guys about it and then go into the makeup. But instead, I'm gonna do a little differently. I'm just gonna go ahead and dive straight into the makeup and talk about the products as we go with like demonstrations and price points and all that. So we're gonna go ahead and zoom on in because I'm so excited. Now that we're very much zoomed in, we have two eyeshadow palettes that come in the Little Angel collection. See, these are nine color eyeshadow palettes. We have like a light and dark. It says that were inspired by the medieval Gothic architecture. The packaging captures the way sunlight filters through a rose window and expressing glory and sacredness. At the center, a delicately carved praying angel adds an air of poetic grace. The multifaceted crafting reflects a diverse color spectrum under light. This palette boasts a long-lasting, easy-to-apply powder formula. Its highly pigmented and versatile color choices make it essential for various occasions. So now these actually do retail for $40.50. We have two different versions. So I'm gonna do two different eye looks for you guys today. So up first, I just kind of want to show you guys how gorgeous these are. So first off, can we talk about the outside packaging? I mean, like literally this outside packaging is just so freaking gorgeous. Like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And then you open it up like this, and then you do have this gorgeous color story on the inside. Now, this is such a beautiful neutral palette. Now, you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of neutrals, but there is something about this that I just think it's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I went ahead and swatched everything, as you guys already saw. And you guys can tell that everything is very, very, very light. So I feel like it's going to make it for like an easy, effortless eye look that doesn't take too much to go into it. It just can be something you can put on every single day, and it's just gonna be really beautiful, very easy, kind of like on the go, essentially just for how easy it is to apply. So very, very gorgeous palette. Row 2, this is going to be the Weeping Angel. This is a palette with rich blues and purple hues, complemented by cool gray and memorizing shimmers. This palette truly dazzles like a sapphire, catering to various makeup styles. So this palette right here is so freaking pretty. Like, it is so pretty. Kind of reminds me of like stained glass a little bit, like with how gorgeous these shades are. Definitely still on the lighter side. If when I swatch these, it feels like these are going to be really, really easy to blend. Again, a very easy eye look to work with. I feel like these are just very soft, blendable shadows. And I feel like these shimmers are going to have definitely pigmentation to them, but they're not going to be like pow, like in your face, but more like soft and diffused. And if you want to use like a glitter powder, like a glitter glue to really enhance them, you can, or you can just swipe them on your finger and just kind of enjoy them for what they are. So these are the two palettes that are part of this Little Angel collection. And I will say these are both so pretty. They're truly how gorgeous these are. So I'm definitely gonna do one eye each just because I want to give their palette a moment. So we're gonna go ahead and start with this palette right here. This is the Eden's Angel right here. We're gonna do this on this eye, and we'll do the Weeping Angel on this eye. I don't remember the last collection. Maybe it's like the little horse. I don't know. There's like this little collection that I gotten from Flower Beauty a while back. I want to say it's like the beginning of 2023 that I got a collection, and I really did enjoy like how beautiful it was, but I didn't really play with it too often because I was just so scared to like mess it up because it's so beautiful. Like makeup that's so pretty like this, I'm like, I don't even want to touch it because it just looks like a masterpiece. It looks like it took forever for it to be crafted, and I'm over here going, I don't want to stick a brush in it and mess it up. So I'm kind of like, you know, surprised myself for like wanting to play with this, but I really want to give this collection some love because it truly is so freaking beautiful. So we're just going to lay this shade down right here. This definitely has a lot of pigment, definitely not something that I expected, but it's really soft and effortless too. To just lay that down, it's really pretty. It's a very pretty color actually. Into this shade right underneath that to kind of put that in our outer V right here. I will say there's definitely a lot of fallout in the pan. Like I'm picking it up and there's like a lot of kickback, but that is okay. I'm not really seeing any fallout. I'm not really seeing any fallout in the face, but I'm definitely seeing some kick up in the pan. So just gonna take this, we're just gonna lightly just kind of tap this shade right here. Then I'm gonna take this gorgeous like pink shimmer shade and we're gonna lay that down right next to that brown shade. I don't think there's any names, and we're just gonna start to just lay this right here. And I feel like this is one of those shades that you could definitely, like I said, use some glitter glue to have like a little bit of extra pop. But I kind of just want to show the shades for like what they are. So just gonna lay down this right here, like a glitter topper almost, but it's also like really pretty, and it's like laying down really nicely in a lid. And then I'm gonna go into this shade right here. Oh my gosh, guys. So the other day I posted my story time video about me being in the hospital. I don't know what I expected, but you guys were so sweet for the most part in the comment section. I did have some people that were not so sweet, that they did just delete their comments. I just didn't care. But you guys were so sweet and so kind. And some of you guys like shared your own stories with me about your experiences. And it just made me feel like I'm really just like not alone, especially when it comes to like that phobia of like being around somebody getting sick. Oh my gosh, you guys were like literally making me feel so better, so much better. So I was just like, I hope I'm not the only one, but you guys were so sweet with the whole thing. So I just wanted to take a moment just to like thank you guys for the kindness that you guys showed. It's so pretty. I kind of moved that shade all the way over. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade right here, just to kind of buff up right above, just so we could add just a little bit of extra. Do you guys see how easy this palette is to work with? It's super, super easy. And it's just so soft. It's a very like soft palette. It's the best way to put it. So, okay, so that's for the first eye. Now we're gonna move on to the second eye right here. Now this palette is just so freaking pretty. Oh man. So now with this eye, we're gonna go into this beautiful shade right here. And we're gonna do the same exact thing that we did on this eye, but on this eye. So I think it'd be like so just freaking pretty. I did not expect these to be like, I guess, as pigmented as they are, because when I was swatching them, they didn't seem as pigmented, but I guess it goes with that saying, like, never judge a book by its cover, because you just truly like never know. And I will say this is super like pretty, and I'm just, wow. Also, if you see me making any faces, one of my dogs decided to just like completely fart, and I am struggling to breathe right now. They are trying to kill me with their freaking gas. It is just, oof, oof, oof. Oh my God, that is so bad. Like seriously, who farted? I'm like very light with that color. We're gonna take this beautiful light shade right here. We're gonna blend that right on top. I'm sorry I don't have like a shade name. I'm just going with what I see. I'm just going to start to take this to blend this right on top. See how like effortless? Now this is a little bit more sheer than the other palette, but it's still really, really pretty. Just like a nice, like soft wash of color. Oh my God. Seriously, I think one of them took a shit. I'll be back. All right, my hair is like so windblown. I had to stop filming to go walk my dog because he had to take a poop. Listen, I love Koa. This baby is my heart and soul. We're gonna go into this shade right here, okay? But he can be frustrating to walk, needless to say. So we're trying to get him trained. We're trying to get him to go see a professional because he is a reactive dog. He does not like seeing other dogs. And it's been like that since he was a puppy. Kaya, she's fine. She could see other dogs and have no issues, nothing. Now, Koa's gotten a lot better. He used to be reactive towards people, and now he's not reactive towards people at all. We got him trained, so he has no problem, you know, seeing another human. The only thing we might have to do sometimes is like if you come over, we might have to just have you introduce him to you outside just so that he feels more comfortable. But he's a very, very sweet dog. But regardless of that, he is also reactive and doesn't like seeing other dogs. So it's why we walk him at certain times of day so we know there's not going to be any other dogs around. Well, he did not want to go poop this morning because Corey has a new schedule now. So he's up pretty much. I'm sorry, he's up. We're up at 5 a.m. Yay for school. So we're up at 5 a.m. so that he can go down to school. And so Koa gets walked now at 5 a.m. and he does not, didn't want to poop this morning. So of course, Corey's like, just wait till I go home. He'll be fine. Well, he's obviously not fine because he's like sitting here shitting his britches over behind the camera and it smells really bad. I'm just like, I'm suffocating. I'm going to go into this beautiful shade right here, by the way. And so I take him out. And one, it's like 53 degrees, so it's like really cold. Here in Florida, it's cold. Every time I say that, you guys will make fun of me because you're like, that's not cold. In Florida, it is because like we're used to like 90-degree weather. So I have to bundle up. I had to throw on pants, whatever, and we go outside for our walk. And the one thing I didn't want to do is I didn't want to run into anybody because I'm wearing not even any, like I have one eye done, one eye partially done. I don't want to run into anybody. But of course, I run into my maintenance who stops and asks me where my other dog is and if I've seen the poop bandit. And I said, I've not seen him at all. He said he hasn't seen him either. He thinks that this guy has left. So you've not seen the poop bandit. Anyone's have a conversation. I'm over here going, please don't look at my eye because I have one eye done. I know I look really freaking weird right now, but it is what it is. I have one eye done. So he stops to talk to me and I'm like, okay. Let's keep going. I'm going to go into this beautiful shade right here. So I keep walking, and I thought Koa was going to be kind of quick. Nope. He wants to drag me all the way to the end of the street. I mean, like, this is like a 30-minute walk type of deal. So he drags me all the way down. And of course, what ends up happening when he's dragging me all the way down? Everybody is like, you know what? This is a great time to walk our dog. And I was like, oh God. So I'm over here trying to like hide in the bushes, let people pass, like, you know, just talk to Koa. He's getting better. He could sit down now and see them across the street and he doesn't have any reaction, but like they just can't like really approach him. They just can't. So we're working on his training right now. And so he sees another dog and he's actually doing pretty well. He's just sitting there staring, just watching this guy walk his dog, whatever. Everything's fine. The guy goes around the corner so he can like let us pass without any interaction between the two dogs. And we go about our way when I notice that my shoelace has come undone. So it's like completely like just flopping around the sidewalk. I'm thinking, please don't trip because knowing my luck, I'm going to trip. And so, I stop to tie my shoe because the last thing I want to do is trip. Well, when I stop to tie my shoe, a bird literally like falls from the tree and lands on the grass right next to me and Koa. And Koa, being Koa, reacted and just pulled forward and tried to lunge after the bird, to which he stepped on my shoelace when I was trying to pull him back and I fell right into the grass. Thank God I didn't land in any shit because I always pick up my shit, but not everybody else does. But right into the grass. He's trying to grab the bird. I pull him back. I'm like, leave the bird alone. Bird's hopping across the street. I'm just like, so then the entire way back, I'm not going to stop and tie my shoe. I'm like, we're just going to go home. And so the entire way back, he's stepping on my shoelaces, tripping me every step of the way. And I'm just like, I just want to go back home and film. I love that man. I love my little Koe bear. But he can be a pain at times. I really like that soft glitter that this like has. I think it's super, super pretty. So this is what we have right now. Very soft, very effortless. Doesn't take too much to create a really, really pretty look. So now we're gonna move on to the primer. So the primer right now retails for $35, but everything on the website right now is 10% off. So it's currently going for $31.50. This is the Little Angel Dewy Hydrating Primer. So it says, inspired by the medieval architecture, our hydrating primer bottle features a crystal-like design with embossed star pattern and angel reliefs surrounding the Sacred Heart, embodying pure angelic beauty. Infused with white pond flower seed oil and 4D hyaluronic acid, this primer hydrates, locks in moisture, and provides oxidant benefits, maintaining your skin's oil-water balance. Post-makeup application minimizes skin moisture evaporation and prevents oxidation-induced darkening of the base. Interesting. It says that this nourishes and smooths skin texture, effectively reducing the appearance of pores and fine lines, refreshing and non-greasy. It suits all skin types. So I am really excited to try this out. I went ahead and I looked at this. Y'all, this is so like freaking beautiful. Do we see just like the details that this has? Like this is just like so freaking beautiful. This feels like so luxury. Like it feels like a luxury product. Almost reminds me of like Tatcha just a little bit. So this is how the product looks like so. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this. Normally I don't really ever go for like hydrating primers, but we're gonna try this out. It says this is great for all skin types. It has a very, very soft, refreshing scent to it, but we're going to try this out. It feels a little greasy, even though it says it's not greasy. It just kind of feels that way. And you can tell it's definitely like very, very like silky. Okay, I'm going to let that dry down. I'm just going to quickly throw on just my foundation, mascara, and bronzer, and we're going to come back to do the blushes and the highlighters, followed by the lips. Okay, so up next we have 2 cream blushes. There are 5 that they launched with. I have the shade called 04 Rose Ashes, and then the shade called 03 Paradise Poet. So here's a shade called Paradise Poet right here. I mean, like, can we talk about how beautiful this packaging is? I mean, like, seriously, so gorgeous. This do retail for $26, but they are on sale for $23.40 at this moment of filming. But like, look at how gorgeous. I mean, like, seriously, like, what? So freaking pretty. And then just even like the outside design is just like, oh my, it's unbelievably gorgeous. Unbelievably gorgeous. And then we have the Rose Ashes right here. Like, again, absolutely beautiful. But like I said, you do have 5 shades you guys could choose. You guys do have 5 shades you guys can choose through. But again, so freaking pretty. So they actually did send over a blush brush. So this is how the blush looks like. Super pretty. Kind of like see-through-esque. I don't know how well this would apply the blush, but we're going to try it out. I'm going to take the 03 Paradise Poet on this side, and then we'll do the other one on that side. So we're just going to kind of like tap this in. This is a cream blush, by the way. So we're just going to tap this in. I don't know if this will be great for cream. And I'll kind of like stamp this on. I feel like that is delivering some pigment, but I don't know how much pigment. The shade I'm using right now is the Paradise Poet. This is going to be a mix of pink and orange hues, perfect for a natural, ruddy complexion. And it also says it doubles as a saturated eyeshadow. So I'm just going to take this. It looks like a really, really peachy blush. I'm just going to lightly keep tapping this in so I can build up the color. I feel like it is building up the color slightly. It is really pretty. It's like a nice, soft, peachy moment. It's very pretty. So then we have the shade called 04. This is going to be the Rose Ashes that resembles a delicate hue of pale roses. Ideal for snowy days and early spring season. Okay, this says this color, it imparts a gentle, soothing feeling. So this is going to be the 04 Angel one. We're going to tap this one in on this side. You can definitely see where it picks up more color on this brush. I feel like that's a really pretty peachy glow. Like, I feel like that's really pretty. I wonder if I take a little bit of my sponge, tap my sponge into it. It's just very soft. It's a very soft shade. Very, very soft in pigment. Okay, I'm going to quickly throw on just some setting powder, and then I'm going to come back so we could do the highlight together, followed by the lips. Okay, so now that we set the face, you guys can still see the blush is still there. It's just very light in pigment, very like soft, which I really do like. So up next we do have a highlighter. There are 4 different highlighter shades. They do retail for $30, but like I said, they are currently on sale for Right now they are currently on sale, so it's currently retailing for $27. We have 4 different shades. There's 4 different shades. I have the shade called L03 Chanting Anthem. So this would be classified as a soft, silky silver of moonlight glides over your skin, leaving a gentle, ethereal touch. And it says that this is a low temperature dehydrated technology. This powder boosts a feather light texture, minimal fallout, and a velvety weightless feel. So this is how the highlighter looks. First off, the outside packaging again is just, oh my god, it's just so freaking gorgeous. And then we do have the color story. Then we do have the highlighter on the inside. I mean, can we talk about the design of this? Like, this is just so intricate. This is just so gorgeous. Like, I do not want to mess this up in the slightest because of truly how beautiful this shade is. Like, I'm just wowed. I am so wowed by this shade. We're gonna go ahead and use this today. I don't want to mess this up because it's so pretty. This is the F35 brush. We're gonna take this and we're just going to place this right here. Okay, that's really nice. It's very pretty. This is definitely one of those highlighters that give you a nice glow. It's not too bam in your face, but it is really pretty. So when the light hits, it does kind of like gleam, which I really do like. Very, very pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly finish my eyes off of camera. Just because it's going to take like 2 seconds to do. For this eye, I'm just going to take the shade right here, this like deeper brown. I'm just going to take this, I'm going to lightly diffuse it with this shade, and then we're going to go in this with the inner corner and brow bone highlight. And then for this eye, we're going to do the shade right here, this blue shade. I'll lightly diffuse it with this and then put that shade right here in the inner corner and then the brow bone. And then probably just throw in some mascara, some white liner, and then we're going to come back to do the lips. So now that the eyes are done, we're going to go in with the lips. So they did send over a hydrating repair lip mask. This does retail for $15, and it says that this is a spa level lip care indulgent with a non-sticky crystal clear lip gloss texture that melts upon contact, packed over 90% pure skincare oils. It mimics the effectiveness of an essence, offering a potent penetration for nourished lips. So this is how this looks. Let's see what this is like. Oh wow, okay, they are not kidding. This literally does like just melt the second it's on your lips. Wow. Okay, that's very, very, very soft. This feels very hydrating. Feels very, very hydrating. Okay, so up next, we do have 2 lipsticks. Now, there's 9 that are in this collection, but I only have 2. They do retail for $20, but they are in sale for $18 currently. I have this shade called Fantasia in Lilac Poetry. So the shade Fantasia is going to be classified as a creamy melon shade with a touch of reddish brown. It brings in mind the beautiful, gentle girls depicted in paintings. Okay, so I've never tried any of their lip products before, and it says that their formula offers a creamy texture that's soft, highly pigmented, and easy to apply. It produces the typical clumpiness of a matte lipstick, ensuring high color adherence for a smooth, seamless finish. Now, I will say the outside packaging of this is absolutely gorgeous. And then the color story is something that I'm definitely not really used to. Like, I did swatch it earlier for you guys, and I will say it felt like it was a velvet finish, like a really like just velvety finish, like a suede, just with how it like laid out. So we do have 2 shades. This is going to be the reddish brown Fantasia shade, but then they also sent over the lilac poetry, which is going to be classified lyric poetry, which will be classified as a Camilla shade that captures the velvety elegance of a flower. This color is a sophisticated and versatile addition to any beauty routine, suitable for all skin tones. So it's going to look like so. So we're going to have the shade 02 like this, or the shade 06 like that. Not the best swatches, but I think I might go with this shade today because I feel like this might be too reddish for me, and I don't really know if that's going to work very well for the look. I feel like maybe the reddish brown might work just a little bit better. So I need to find a lip liner that's going to complement that. All right, I'm going to go in with this ColourPop shade. This is in the shade called Another Round. This is part of their holiday collection, so I think this is only available still like in a 3-part lip kit. I'm just going to line my lips with this. We're going to use the shade called Fantasia right here as our lip today. Feels like a velvet. Like seriously, it feels like a velvet on the lips. I don't know if this color would actually work with this eye look necessarily, so I think I might take a little bit of the other shade. We're just gonna kind of mix it. Just add a little bit more color to this, but let's see what happens when we mix. Not a color that I would really go for in terms of this look. I feel like I would have preferred a more like neutral brown or like just a nudie one. But I will say the formula is incredible. This feels so creamy and so velvety. It feels like my lips are just gliding on top of each other. It feels like they're just seriously just gliding on top of each other. I'm actually quite impressed with the formula. That's so freaking nice. Okay, so this is the final look, guys, with the Flower Nose Beauty Little Angel collection. You know, taking my dog for a walk did wonders for the hair. It's like completely just poofy and falling out. Y'all, we've had such crazy weather. Like literally it's like 53 right now, but yesterday we had the worst like thunderstorm with tornadoes. It is just so wild, Florida's weather right now. Super, super wild, especially because my friend Mikey in Maine was sending me that he was having a massive snowstorm. We're over here going, we're having massive thunderstorms with, you know, tornado warnings and spotted tornadoes. Like what? You just gotta love Florida's weather. Super, super weird. Okay, so we're gonna quickly just kind of run down and go through everything. So up first, we do have the primer right here. This is a nice hydrating primer. It feels very luxurious. I don't know how well it's gonna work for my oily skin. It didn't do anything to like minimize the appearance of pores and wrinkles, but I will say my base looks really nice on top of it. I am wearing my favorite foundation of all time, the Revlon. This is pretty much empty. I gotta go buy a new one. But I will say it just was really nice, very soft. It felt very just like silky, but I don't know the longevity of this. So this is one of those primers I'm gonna have to keep testing out so I can give you guys my final opinion. So you guys will get my final opinion on this at the end of the month when I do my repurchase or trash series. But so far, based upon first impressions, it's definitely not bad. Then we do have these two eyeshadow palettes. Like, my gosh, these are absolutely gorgeous. Very gorgeous from the outside packaging to even the color story on the inside. You guys know I'm not the biggest fan of having just like pure neutrals, but there's something about this I think is so pretty. It's so effortless. It's very easy to work with. Like the glitter, like the eyeshadow shimmer, it's like a glitter shimmer, and I feel like it just looks like kind of like wet on the eyes, and I'm sure if I were to add like a glitter glue, it'd pop even more, but I feel like it really doesn't need it. I feel like it's just such a beautiful, beautiful color story. I feel like you can wear this every single day. I feel like you could dress this up, or you guys could dress this down. The formula speaks for itself, and I've never tried their eyeshadow formula before. This is my first time experiencing it, and I will say the mattes are super pigmented. The mattes are very pigmented. I did not expect that. I literally thought that they were not going to give as much pigment, because when I was swatching them, they didn't have as much payoff, but they really do have some pigment, and they definitely blend very easy, and they're very easy to work with. Not any fallout on the face, definitely some kick up in the pan, but very, very, very nice formula overall. I'm actually quite impressed. Not to mention the color story on the inside is beautiful. The way they do their layout and just the packaging, like my gosh, is it freaking gorgeous. Same thing with this Weeping Angel palette. Like, this is a beautiful color story as well, very colorful. I feel like the colors may look like they may have more of a punch in the pan than they do in the eye, because in the pan they look more pigmented. Now I will say that these shades right here, since they're more pastel shades, they didn't want to lay down as bright and pigmented. They definitely did diffuse themselves, and they definitely did kind of blend away just a tad, but that's kind of how it is for all shadows that have a little bit more of a pastel base to them. But it is really pretty nonetheless. Again, the shimmers are really gorgeous. I feel like if I were to put on like a color pigment base underneath this, it'd probably pop even more, even with glitter glue. But to me, it's still a very, very beautiful color story, and I feel like these two really complement each other really nicely, and I'm still quite impressed with the formula overall. Very happy with that. Then we do the two cream blushes. Now, you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of cream blushes, but I was actually quite, surprised by these two. They're very easy to work with. The pigment is so light. It's so light, so effortless, very easy to work with. I did not think that by putting it on with the brush, I was going to get any sort of pigment, but I did. I surprisingly got pigment, and I was really easy to work with. It didn't really, hurt any of the designs in here, and I'm just quite impressed. It's very creamy. And I feel like you can use a sponge, you can use a brush. You're still going to get a very light pigment that's easy to blend and easy to build up. I really did enjoy this. I feel like the inside color story is gorgeous. The way they designed the packaging and everything is just a really, really, really pretty blushes. And I feel like I definitely feel like I'm gravitating more towards the Paradise Poet just a little bit more because it does have like a peachy undertone. But to me, it's very, very light because I don't like anything that's too heavy blush wise. I like just have a little bit of color, and I just feel like it's just perfect for me. I really do enjoy these. Then we do the lip mask. Now the lip mask is nothing revolutionary. It just feels like a soft hydrating lip mask on the lips, so nothing too revolutionary. There's no taste, there's no smell. It just feels very nice and soft, something I could see myself using every night before bed, or just having something around that I can just hydrate my lips with throughout the day. Definitely not bad. Then we do have the 2 lipsticks. Now these lipsticks are definitely not my color, so I'm not the biggest fan of the color, but the formula is really surprising. It feels just like a nice velvety lipstick. It's so soft. It feels so silky, and it just feels very much like a velvet like lipstick. I don't know how to describe it, except it's very cushiony. It feels like it's not going to really budge my lips. It feels like I could eat food with this. I could drink, you know, water with this. I could go and do anything in this. Kiss my husband. I feel like it's not going to really come off too much. I mean, there's some transfer, but it's still just laying down really, really nicely on the lips. I feel like it's more like a lip balm with how it feels. I'm actually quite impressed. But again, not my colors. I'm not the biggest fan of the color story, but I'm very impressed with the formula. So definitely has me intrigued to try out other shades from here because maybe I could find a shade that might work best for me. But I will say the formula really kind of took me by surprise, and the packaging is gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous. I did try these, so at some point I will. And I also forgot to show you guys that they did send over a mirror as well. They have like 3 different versions of the mirror you guys can get. I'm just not really one to use like mirrors like this necessarily. I like more of like a 10 times mirror, which is what this is, but the mirror is absolutely gorgeous. I feel like this is the mirror that Belle uses in Beauty and the Beast. You know what I mean? Like when she's like, show me the beast. She's like, ah, no. Like this is like the exact mirror from Beauty and the Beast. Is it not? Like, look at how cool this is. Very pretty. Like I said, there's 3 different versions of this. I think these are absolutely gorgeous. So overall, this is my first time really trying this brand, and I really didn't have a lot of expectations for it just because usually I'm used to like something being so really like so beautiful, but it's like very minimalistic in terms of like how the makeup applies, because it's very just like more like a makeup no makeup look. But this brand really took me by surprise. Not only is the packaging just unbelievably gorgeous, the way that they have their embossed, you know, shadows are absolutely gorgeous, but the formula really took me by surprise. I'm quite impressed, and I'm really intrigued with what this brand has to offer, and I kind of want to try more things from them. Very, very intrigued. So Flower Knows Beauty, thank you guys so much for sending this my way. This is actually really exciting. I do have a code with them. They did offer me a code, but I don't know if it's active. You guys can use code Allie to save you guys 5% off this collection. And like I said, it's already discounted by 10%. So technically, I think you guys will be saving 15% off if you guys use this collection. I'm just kind of guessing here. It's my first time ever really getting a code with this brand, but I don't know if this code is active. They had me sign up for it, but they still have to approve it, and I don't know if they have or have not at this point. So I do have a code. It's code Allie, but I don't know if it's active yet. So if you guys want to try it, you guys can, but it should be active within like 24 to 48 hours. Just depends on how long the brand takes to approve it, but it is Allie, and you guys can save 5% off of this collection. Anything off of Flower Knows Beauty if you guys want to. So yeah, guys, and that is it for today's video. Let me know what your thoughts are on this brand down below. Are you guys really excited to try it? Have you guys tried this brand before? Have you guys not tried this brand before? My husband's coming home right now, so my dogs are freaking out. I'm sorry. But let me know your thoughts on this brand. But with that said, guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. So I do post 4 to 5 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's R for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful paid members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in my very next video. Bye! And what type of eye look I create, well then everything comes in it. And it says that these were inspired, it says that these were inspired by the medieval, yeah, guys, that is it for today's video. Yeah, guys, that is it for...